Hey, welcome back to Vox Terra. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe and click that notification bell so you know when I'm putting up a new video. One of my viewers shared with me about going out for an evening walk during these times of semi-COVID lockdowns. Right now, and where he lives, things close at 10 p.m. and a lot of places are limiting their business hours to weekends, or limiting their business hours on weekends, rather. And he noticed when he was out for a walk with his child, looked up at the night sky, and the stars were as bright as he remembered from when he was a child. Brighter than he's seen in years. As bright now as if he had to go out on a camping trip. And he thought, this has got to be light pollution. This has got to be because things are closed at 10, everything's limited now. So let's take a look at light pollution. Something I haven't talked about on the show because, yes, it isn't coming down like a ton of bricks that threatens our very existence, like fossil fuel-driven climate change, but light pollution and the fact that it's improved with COVID lockdowns says a lot. So I looked up a little bit about light pollution for you. I went to somewhere called the International Dark Sky Association. What a name, International Dark Sky Association. Now, I never donated to that group before or heard of them, but they seem pretty neat. From their website, less than 100 years ago, everyone could look up and see spectacular starry night sky. In fact, I can remember that when I was younger, not that spectacular. But I remember laying down in the grass and looking up at the sky and seeing those stars. And in those days, where I lived, didn't have Lyme's disease-bearing ticks crawling around, which are here because of climate change. Now, I'm quoting from International Dark Sky again, now millions of children across the globe will never experience the Milky Way where they live. Well, that's rare, seeing that Milky Way. I remember being younger, out deep in a national forest, and I could see that band of Milky Way. But typically, my whole lifetime, no. The increased and widespread use of artificial light at night is not only impairing our view of the universe, it is adversely affecting our environment, our safety, and our energy consumption and our health. Now, by the environment, I think they mean how it impacts wildlife. You know, the animals get confused who have evolved for navigating by the stars by all these artificial lights. By our health, I think we mean, you know, there's been a lot of studies showing that constant light is bad for our bodies. Humans are evolved for some darkness. Safety, maybe they mean glare. Energy consumption, obviously a lot of it's for weight, is wasted. So to go back to the website, light pollution is a side effect of industrial civilization. Its sources include building exterior, interior lighting, advertising, commercial properties, offices, factories, streetlights, and illuminating sports venues. The fact that much outdoor lighting used at night is inefficient, overly bright, poorly targeted, improperly shielded, and in many cases completely unnecessary. Again, quoting from their site. So, this brings up two ideas now. The Dark Sky Association pointed out you could do it better. You could aim that light down. There's ways, if you were conscious, if society was conscious about light pollution, you could aim it down. Maybe turn off lights at night where they're not necessary. Some of the advertising just constantly all the time going. I know one place, there's the school district now, they're putting up these lighted signs where in the old days they just got out there and the janitor or maintenance people would just put some letters on the board, and now they got a light all the time, you know, constant light pollution shining in the neighbor's house. They got these lit up billboards for a school. Why? Okay, why have that? So here they're talking about you could do it better, but also the idea of unnecessary. So let's think about the COVID shutdowns originally within the United States. Now, some countries never had to shut down because they had really good programs set up in place, but that's another story. So what's some lessons we learned from these shutdowns? Well, everything was shut down to necessary services. Then the air quality got cleaner in a lot of places. Now that cleaner air quality isn't nothing. It's something. Because in that auto exhaust, and that bus exhaust, and those truck exhaust, you're talking about carcinogens. Okay? causing cardiovascular ailment, in addition to heat-trapping greenhouse gases. So that cleaner air quality has a real effect on our health. Second, light pollution, less serious of a question, but in some places we're getting brighter skies again. So this gets us to the question about how our system, our consumer capitalist, our 24-hour go-go system is operating. Well, interestingly, closing everything down to 10 and limiting weekend hours used to be the norm in America back when there was these things called blue laws, back when the churches had more influence. Now today, a lot of people are associating the churches as voting Republican and Republicans as opposing protecting the environment. I'm sorry to say that, but that's kind of how it's playing out right now. But I would like to see environmentalism inside of the conservative Christian camp. Not try to change that camp, but let them take environmentalism right in there. Now, when I was younger, capitalism had to justify itself and say it's adding value, it's improving life quality. But look, if this constant buy, sell stuff that it turns out I don't really need because it's not even necessary services is actually objectively pumping our lungs full of particulate matter and our atmosphere full of greenhouse gases, and then making our night sky dim that we never see the Milky Way, that's actually detracting objective value. It's not adding value, it's detracting value, and it's keeping us all busy poisoning ourselves. So these are the lessons I'd like to see us take from the COVID-19. Not just, let's just get back to business as usual and put it behind us and pretend it never happened. Let's look at the nature of our economy and how it's not helping us in a lot of ways. Speaking of helping, I hope you found this video helpful and my channel helpful. If you did, please subscribe, click that notification bell. Consider becoming a patron at Patreon or giving some kind of donation at PayPal. I'll try to put those links beneath. Like, subscribe, comment, and until next time, peace be with you.